Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Yes, oh, happy day. Saw the video title, you saw the description. It's about damn time. The Supreme Court finally laid the smackdown on that bullshit baby killing Roe v. Wade. It's done on a federal level. Now the power has been passed back down to the states. Each individual state will decide whether or not abortion is legal and when it should be performed and all of that shit. But don't worry, there are shit states like California, Oregon, and Washington that will make it as easy as possible for you to snuff out that little life. Okay, so if you live on the left coast, if you live on the fucking taint of America, then you will still be able to use abortion like birth control. You will still be able to have a weekend with a little too much jizz in it and then take that baby out at your earliest convenience. Or if you want to wait a while, maybe you got some other stuff coming on, you got some concerts to go do, some parties, you don't want to get to that abortion yet, it's okay, chill, let that baby grow a little more, and then you can kill it later. Isn't that nice? So we will definitely talk about that shit. Also, speaking of the left coast, the shit coast, there's something called a West Coast offensive or West Coast offensive. It is offensive, but it's called an offensive. Headed by three of the most disgusting politicians this country has ever seen. The world, dare I say. Gavin, bang your wife Newsom. Why do I call him Gavin? Bang your wife Newsom. Look at the new merch. Oh, it's coming. I got the website launching. This is one of them. See the little forked tail and the horns? Or the pointed tail and the horns? So, Gavin Newsom, that piece of shit. What's her name? Kate. The governor of Oregon, and then the Inslee, the governor of Washington. I got a little video. I'll talk about it later because they're laying out their plan for the West Coast offensive. So those three jackasses. Also, not only did the Supreme Court shoot down Roe v. Wade finally, and RIP to all the poor babies who died under that shit. It's been a busy week for the Supreme Court of the United States. Yesterday, they laid the smackdown on New York and their bullshit concealed carry laws because you had to have these special situations, these special needs. You couldn't just want one for self-defense, for your self-protection, for your personal protection. You had to have some extenuating circumstances to carry a gun around. Well, not anymore. Well, Jericho, how can you say that the Supreme Court got it right by shooting down Roe v. Wade, but you're okay with the states handling that? But when the state did the CCW in New York, you were okay with the Supreme Court. Isn't that a little hypocritical? No, the Supreme Court's also there if the states fuck it up and get it wrong. They gave the states the opportunity. They got it wrong. The Supreme Court had to correct it. The Supreme Court got it wrong. They're handing it back to the state. So both of those things can happen at the same time, which is what they just did. Give it back to the people. Now, again, if you're in a shit state like I am, nothing's going to change. They're probably going to ramp it up. They're probably going to go door to door and offer abortions just to thumb their nose at the Supreme Court. And we're going to talk about the pieces of dog shit who are mad about this. Because again, if you look at who's mad about the policy, that'll tell you how to feel about the policy. And when you hear this list of jackasses, you will know that your feelings are just fine and you are right in disagreeing with them. Also, shout out to Trump. Because even though he's not there, he's still making shit happen because Trump gave us Kavanaugh, Coney Barrett, and Gorsuch. Those are three of the Supreme Court justices that voted against Roe v. Wade. So I guess that leak that they had about their ruling on Roe v. Wade happened to be true. Let's see. NH Moreno says Roe v. Wade ain't even. Hold on. What'd you say? Roe v. Wade ain't even in your interests. How do you know? Why can't I be interested in the lives of babies? Well, because I don't have my body, my choice. What? Because I don't have a vagina. I can't talk about abortion. Well, without a man being involved, you have no abortion to speak of. Because you need some batter to go in that pan, don't you, before you bake that cake? If not, you just got a fancy cake pan that's empty. So yeah, I do have an interest in this. 20 million black babies aborted since Roe v. Wade. I do have an interest in this. Do you have kids in H. Moreno? Then you should have an interest in this as well. Fuck you talking about? And to top it all off, to put a cherry on top of this beautiful Sunday that the Supreme Court has put together for us, Biden is perverted has cue cards. Now, what's wrong with cue cards? We've all been up in front of a classroom and had to give a report. You need notes to keep you on task. No. These aren't regular cue cards. I got a picture of them. Somebody zoomed in and got a picture of his cue cards, and the way it's worded is perfect. This is exactly how you would word a cue card for a man like this. It isn't your average cue card. We'll go over that too. That'll give you a good chuckle at the end of this. Nothing wrong with a good chuckle. So before we start, before we get in that ass like a bike with no seat, shout out to everybody in the comment section right now. Those of you who are here nice and squirrely. Let's see who those people would be. Let's see who you people are. You people. Pride check. It's still Pride Month. Is your pride on tight? Are you only eating Skittles this month? Taste the rainbow or it will taste you. You better be a fucking ally. I see the super chats already coming in. Thank you very much. Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green 1, P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California 95961-9998. And like I said, super chats, get them in. First come, first serve. What's up to Miguel? We got Al Bundy in here. Reverend Jim Jones III. Are you related to the Jim Jones? Joe, Texas. John Gorsica. John Gorsica. That's what I'm saying. So I'm going to go with. I'm sticking to it. I am sticking to it. Kate, what's up? Fred, Brother Work the Consumer. Joe, Texas. Roddy, what's up? Brian, Brendan, TNT Cycles, Pete, DX, Chrome, Brian King B. Falcone. What's up, man? That's right. You know what? When you're while you're smoking that victory blunt, roll up another one and smoke it for me when you're done, please. Because this is a day to celebrate. Hey, Duke, Luciano, CM, True Seeker, Ghost 8, The Minister's Corner, Libby, and Deo. I see the picture. Very, very clever. Caterpillar, Eric Schultz, Ohio Nurse 444. What's up, everybody? If I missed you, hopefully I'll get to you later on in the comments. Just keep commenting. Mickey D, Guitar Dude 777 says, how tragic that women will have to be responsible for their actions and who they sleep with. That's right. What about a little personal responsibility? Because see, when they take personal responsibility away, then you can just act however you want, do what you want, and it's not your fault, right? You didn't do it. You're not capable of responsibility. You're not capable of understanding the situations you put yourself in. So go ahead and do your thing. Wrong. Here's some of that personal responsibility. Bring your baskets. Everybody line up, bring your baskets. I'm going to drop a little personal responsibility in there for you. But first, this wonderful live stream is brought to you by My Pillow. Don't worry, I'll put a link in the description box so you can get a discount. Go to mypillow.com/Jericho. Got a promo code there for you and everything. And it's not just pillows, people. Oh no, that's just the tip of the comfort iceberg. Slippers, towels, sheets, everything, bathrobes. They got it all. Anything related to sleep, anything related to getting freshened up and getting into bed, they got it for you. Again, mypillow.com/Jericho. It'll be in the description box. Scouts, honor. Shout out to all the 795 people in here right now. Let's see if we can get to 1,000. 1,000. Let's see what we can do. So let's get it. A big week for SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States. They have struck down. Hold on. Got a little hair in there. Beard life. What can you do? So they went ahead and loaded Roe v. Wade in one of those clay shooter things where you go pull, boom, shot that shit out of the sky. Oh man, and you know how you know this is a good idea? This is a good ruling. This was a good decision. It's because you look at the guest list of who is pissed off. And you got James Brown, who I thought was dead, but apparently he's not. He's into politics. Hold on. That is James Brown. I've seen Rocky IV. I had his greatest hits. I know what James Brown looks like. That's a woman? Get the fuck out. That's an old woman from LA. Does she know she looks like James Brown? Damn, all right. No, if you say it, I believe it. Okay. Sorry, guys, that wasn't James Brown. Apparently, he really is dead. That is Maxine Waters. She is from the 43rd district in LA. Basically, you just follow the low test scores and the gentrification of neighborhoods, and that's Maxine Waters. That's her area. that's her people, right? She's taking care of you. That's her district. Okay, so Maxine Waters is mad, so that's good. And don't worry, she's not just mad. She is taking a swing one more time, trying to knock that harassment home run over the fence. Remember, miss, create a crowd around them at the gasoline station, at restaurants. Let them know they're not welcome. Well, she's doubling down on that, talking about, if you think this is a bunch of people, I guess she's in front of the Supreme Court building, you ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to protest. We're going to fight like hell. You're going to see black women out here in droves. They're going to be out here by the thousands. They're going to be out here by the millions. Shut the fuck up. There going to be no black women out there by the millions. Shut up. There'll be a bunch of white women out there probably by the millions. But they ain't going to show up. They don't even care enough about their black babies' lives. They're the ones snuffing out over 300,000 of them every single year, and they're like 5% of the population. The Maxine Waters. Girl, you owe James Brown's family some kind of compensation. That's some kind of copyright. You looking just like him. AOC, she's mad. She's out there doing her bullshit protest. Illegitimate. Girl, shut your ass up, you 10-year-old trapped in a 33-year-old woman's body. You should be laying on the floor of your office right now trying to stay inside the lines as you color and sip Capri Suns. Fuck out of here. Biden's mad. He don't even know it, though, but he's mad. He was talking about how he's disappointed and how he doesn't agree with the decision. Now, and of course, Pelosi, Swallowwell. No, that's not his name. Swalwell. I thought it was Swallowwell. I bet you had a tough time growing up in school with that name. And Schumer. And when Pelosi and Schumer get together, I call them Shalosi. But all those idiots and those jackasses and those empty suit crook bastards are mad. So that lets you know this was a great decision by the Supreme Court. And I'm assuming those words Biden spoke when he was talking about how mad he was were on his cue cards. What the fuck? Look, if he's the head of the and I'm trying a new microphone today, so let me know if there are any sound issues. But if he's the head of, recreations at a nursing home, like if he's in charge of the shuffleboard and the bingo and shit like that, and playing You know, them old ass tunes. That shit where they're doing the Charleston. If he's in charge of that, then hey, have those cue cards, man, because you know your faculties are breaking down. You're not as sharp as you used to be. But if you are the head of the free world, I can't have you using those kind of cue cards. And when I tell you what's on the cue cards, then you'll understand. But I can't have you having those kind of cue cards when you're the head of the free world. That's a no-go. But they're all pissed off. They're all upset. They're all tweeting. And of course, I can't even look at the screen when I say, I can't even look at the camera when I say this. Obama, he tweeted it out. Oh, we taking the rights away from millions of women and we're going back and all this bullshit. So stupid. But before we get into any of that nonsense, you know how we start these live streams, you guys. This is going to be the third one. We're just starting it. I like it. I'm going to stick with it. It's called Good Gun. This is where I start off every live by talking about a situation where a gun did some good. They're always talking about all the bad they do, like it's the gun. When they say gun violence, that implies that the gun is the source of the violence, the physical gun itself. That without the gun, there would be no gun violence. Again, taking away the personal responsibility of the human being that has to load it, rack it, or if you got a revolver, cock it, whatever, and then aim it at people and use it. It's not the gun itself. But Good Gun is a segment where you talk about people whose guns or people did something good with their guns. They saved a life. They saved their life. They protected their property. Like this one. The headline reads, nearly 70-year-old Orange County woman recounts shooting and killing intruder. Well, that's what you get. You're going up in an old lady's house like that. Azalea Park, Florida. An Orange County woman recounted her horrifying experience of shooting an intruder that broke into her home on Sunday, because everyone that owns a gun is not a bloodthirsty maniac. They don't want to have to use it, but they don't want to die either. Deputies responded to an Azalea Park home as someone attempted to break in around 12:40 p.m. in the afternoon. The 69-year-old homeowner, Virginia Morrison, recalled the moment she knew something was wrong. I heard the door handle kind of rattle, and then the door opened and the guy stepped in my house. I didn't know who he was. I looked at him and I said, "Who are you and what do you want?" Imagine how surreal and weird that moment is. He said nothing. The whole time the guy was here, he never said one word, and I never saw his eyes move. Totally blank. Probably drugged out of his fucking mind. Morrison ran to the bedroom and screamed at her partner, Charlie, that there was a man in the house. I looked at him. I said, "Get your gun," because he had a .45 laying on the bed. Charlie was ready. Charlie said, the one thing I'm not going to do is fuck around. Charlie was ready to go. "Get your gun," she said. That gun never fazed this guy. Just a total blank. Morrison said Charlie called 911 and then fired a shot into the ground near where the man was standing, and still he didn't move. So Charlie was being kind. Charlie was giving this man a chance to escape with his life. Charlie in Virginia. I said, "I'm getting my damn gun." So I went to my bedroom, got my gun. I went out the back door and came to the fence, and he sees me. He starts toward me. I fired a shot above him. Virginia was being nice. She gave him another chance to leave with his life. This shows they did not want to have to kill somebody. What you gonna do? I fired a shot above him. "Back off, dude, or I'll shoot you." He just keeps coming toward me. So I shot him. When they arrived at the home located on Bentwood Street, damn, you gonna give the people's address? Deputies say they found a man in his 30s with a gunshot wound. The man was taken to the hospital where he was declared dead. The case will be sent to the state attorney's office, which will decide on criminal charges. I feel bad for his family, but you can't walk into people's homes, Morrison said. You're right. She said she and her partner, Charlie, who is nearly 80. Oh, you're robbing the cradle, Virginia. You got you a almost 80-year-old girl. They have lived at the home for almost 20 years. I had to do what I had to do to protect myself and Charlie. And I would do it again if I had to. But I don't want to do that. I hope God can forgive me for taking a man's life. Monday afternoon, the sheriff's office identified the man who was shot and killed as 38-year-old Ezekiel Rosario Torres. The sheriff's office said the case will be sent to the state attorney's office. Shout out to Virginia and Charlie. I'm sure, shit, at almost 80 years old, Charlie's seen some shit. He's probably seen a war or two. He never thought this would happen, especially in his twilight years. These are old people. You shouldn't pick on old people. There should be a special level of punishment for those who prey on the elderly and children. I guess he got his penalty. He ran up in the wrong house. He walked up to the door and heard Matlock in there and thought they were going to be easy targets. He thought they were going to be easy pickings. They gave him 2 warning shots. He was lucky to get the first one. That gun was laying on Charlie's nightstand. He was ready. She got the gun and went out the back, drew him outside away from Charlie, gave him another warning shot over his head. But I thought the gun owners were bloodthirsty psychopaths. I thought that if you get a gun, it just makes something well up inside you, make you want to kill some shit. That didn't sound like that to me. Sounded to me like those people gave him every opportunity to get out of their house. She gave him verbal warnings. She gave him actual warning shots, and you still didn't go? You still came at her? She said, leave, dude, or I'll kill you. I'll shoot you. Nothing. Eyes blank. Lights on. Nobody's home. And he walked toward Virginia. Virginia said, I'm not ready to go yet. Virginia said, no, I got plans next week. Yeah. So shout out. I got to come up with some kind of award for people like this, because that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. She said, look, man, me and Charlie are here chilling. We've been together 20 years. We don't want no problems. You better get to stepping. Homeboy's like, no, I can take you, old lady. She said, you take this. You better take this lead and be gone. You better take this. Oh, Charlie had a 45. I don't know what she had. But Charlie was like, you better take this 230 grains and get the fuck out of here. So there it is, people. Guns do good things when they are in the hands of good people. And what if they lived in some gun-free bullshit zone where it was really hard for them to get a gun, or they couldn't get a gun or something like that? Then what? What do you think Ezekiel Torres, Elizondo Torres, whatever the fuck his name was, what do you think he would have done to him with those blank eyes, with those dilated pupils and that drug-fueled mind of his? You think he would have sat down and played pinochle with them? Or do you think he would have robbed, raped, and murdered them? I'm thinking I'm going with the latter. But that didn't happen because Virginia and Charlie weren't ready to go yet. They were prepared. And she said, I hope God forgives me for taking this man's life. I didn't want to do it. But I don't want to die either. So it's me or you. Guess it's going to be you, Mr. Torres. Peace out. Don't forget, this is a viewer-supported platform. I thank you. Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green 1. You want to go old school? You want to do a snail mail? I got you. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Super chats, keep them coming. Not that kind of coming. Don't be dirty. Don't be lewd, comment section. Okay? You're above that. So, beautiful. Roe v. Wade, peace out. And those millions and thousands and millions of black women that Maxine Waters was talking about, you know, they should be coming out in droves, but they shouldn't be coming out to support. Let me turn this damn thing down. They should not be coming out to protest against the Supreme Court's decision. They should be coming out to cheer for the Supreme Court's decision. They should be out there clapping for the Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court justices exit the building to go to their vehicles, both sides should be lined with black women, throwing rose petals at them and thanking them. I want there to be 2 black women that got to roll a red carpet, and as soon as the Supreme Court justices come out, roll it out in front of them and shake their hand. And don't give them the 1-hand shake. You give them the 2-hand handshake. Like they saved your life. Like you're meeting a firefighter that saved you from a burning building a week later. Thank you. That's what those droves of black women should be doing. You know why? Because these Supreme Court justices, by doing this, are going to increase black people. They're going to increase their numbers. This means they won't be getting murdered every year. There are places where a black baby has a better chance of being aborted than being born. 20 million black babies aborted since Roe v. Wade. Where would that put our numbers now? Those babies have babies and have babies. Where would our numbers be now? Would we be at 12% of the population, never able to break 15% like we have been? No, we'd shatter right through that. We'd break that glass ceiling, wouldn't we? Then we would see the things that these black folks cry about: representation in entertainment and politics and business. They won't give us this. They're redlining. Stop that redlining bullshit. But if there were more of you, there would be more of you to help you. There would be more black business owners and bank owners and bank presidents to give you the loans for these homes. Now, what if they denied you? Then would they be racist, or is it because your credit's not good enough? But you would see more black people in positions of power and authority and success. But that can't happen if they're taken out before they get out, if they're taken out before they come out. You're killing them when they're still inside. They don't even got a chance to grow up and be something. So why aren't these black women championing this and cheering for it? This is going to help us. That's what they should be out there for. That's what should have been coming out of Maxine Waters' disgusting old mouth. Not talking about, well, we're not going to stand for this. To hell. She said, to hell with the Supreme Court. Why don't you shut your face? But if you have to let something slip out of it, and did you guys see the video of her standing next to Pelosi where she's just like this? Doink, doink, doink. Like that, not saying nothing. Big old eyes. Looks like her skin is melting off her skeleton, off her skull. She looked like a Muppet. It looked like if Jim Henson was like, damn, if I had to make a James Brown Muppet, what would it look like? That was her. You should be saying, all of them, not just her. AOC, Loco Cortez, you motherfucker. Her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. And she don't want to, apparently. She wants to abort it. She wants to abort my fucking baby, man. Maybe that's how I should say it now. That's disgusting, but all of them. Waters, James Brown, whatever you want to call her, Loco Cortez, I call her Little Magic. You remember Little Magic from In Living Color? She was a grown-ass woman playing a little girl. This is the opposite. Biden, Pelosi, all of them. All of them should have been saying this. They should have been saying, well, the Supreme Court made their ruling. Now it's going back to the states. So however you want the abortion laws to be in your state, go and vote them as such. This is the Supreme Court's decision. We stand behind it. Or whatever, don't say nothing. Be neutral. Because obviously, and there's 40 states that either outright outlaw it or have really strict guidelines for it. So that tells you the majority of the country doesn't want it. And then since you work for the country, then you should probably mimic what they want and what they say, or say nothing. And didn't Trump get impeached for less than what came out of James Brown's mouth? Pretty sure. Hey, why don't we check in with the West Coast Offensive? And they notice they use the word patients in here a lot. So now the women who want to get abortions, they're patients. This is medical. This is medically necessary. The language, you got to watch the language. That's what they attack first. Back in the day, I used to listen to Michael Savage, and he'd always say borders, language, and culture. They've attacked, the borders are under attack. They're always attacking the language, and they're trying to change the culture. Listen to this shit. And I hope you don't have any food in your stomach because you're probably going to lose it. And if so, my bad.
Reproductive freedoms are under attack. Red states and Republican
That's Jay Inslee, governor of Washington.
Rights of Americans.
Today,
this is Kate Brown, that garbage turd governor of Oregon.
More than half the states in the United States ban abortion outright or severely restrict access to abortion services.
That's why California, Oregon, and Washington are building the West Coast offense to protect patients' access to reproductive care. We're going to work with our legislators, with our providers, with our patient advocates.
We will continue to protect patients from any state who come to our states for abortion care.
And doctors, nurses, and medical professionals working to support patients seeking reproductive care in our states. We're going to protect patient privacy.
We will resist intrusions by out-of-state prosecutors, law enforcement, or vigilantes trying to investigate patients receiving services in our states.
Stop. This Washington are building the
Actually, you dumb shit. The vigilantes come from your state.
West Coast offense to protect patients' access to reproductive care. We're going to work with our legislators, with our providers, our patient advocate court.
God, that woman's annoying. She looks terrible.
Services.
That's why California, Oregon, and Washington are building the West Coast offense to protect patients' access to reproductive care. We're going to work with our legislators.
There we go.
We're going to protect patient privacy.
We will resist intrusions by out-of-state prosecutors, law enforcement, or vigilantes trying to investigate patients receiving services in our states.
Stop misinformation. And we're going to expand access to abortion services for the people in need.
We will not stand on the sidelines.
The West Coast of the United States is going to stand strong. We'll fight like hell to protect your rights and your safety.
They're going to fight like hell to protect your rights and your safety. Shut your fucking mouths. Did you hear what they just said? You see how they're throwing around the word patients? It's patients' privacy and the health of the patients. It's all about the patients, because if you come to us for an abortion, we know it's medically necessary. We know that this is still the 1800s on an open prairie somewhere, and half the women lose their babies. Bullshit. This is 2022 in America. We don't die from that shit anymore. You know how few women actually have to make a decision of whether I'm going to live or the baby's going to die because it's a risk to their health? You know how rare that is? But what about incest and rape? Do you know how rare that is? More than 90% of abortions are performed because of inconvenience. Ew, no, I need to have a hot girl summer. Gross. Get that baby out of me. I can't drink Truly if I have a baby in me. That's why. Not because, oh, doctor, please come in here, stat. If we don't get rid of this baby, this lady's gonna die. No, that's bullshit. But that's what they do. They ding, ding, ding. They pull at those heartstrings every time. So what? Now they're supposed to care about women and their what they call it, reproductive care. That sounds like something they do to help you reproduce. Reproductive care. We're going to check the pH balance in your clam, or we're going to test your sperm, or we're going to help you make babies. That's what reproductive care sounds like. But ending something's life is not care. Who are you caring for when you stick that tube in the back of that baby's head? Who are you caring for? I don't see where the care comes in, but it's reproductive care. And they said they're going to fight like hell. Talking about, against vigilantes and law enforcement. Bitch, your state is where Antifa came from. Your state is ground zero for those little fucking weak-ass little terrorists. Man, you guys ever see the video? I don't know, it's Marine. Just look up Marine knocks out Antifa. I don't know if it's in like Washington or some shit. These little Antifa bitches got this dude surrounded. He's some 20-something former Marine or current Marine. You don't know if he was current or former. Anyway, dude looks like he's done a push-up or two. And these weak little frail bitches who probably haven't eaten meat since they were a child They surround him and they start swinging sticks at him and shit. And one guy swings a stick and he moves back. Then and he swings it again and the guy catches it. When he catches it, he takes his hand that's not being used and he balls it up and knocks the shit out of dude. He went one way, his glasses went the other way, and he's stepping up like a board. He was out on his feet. He was out on his feet. His brain said, power down. And he's stepping up. He grabbed that fool with his left hand and took his right hand and knocked the shit out of that little punk. Who the fuck do you think you are? Do you use a weapon on this dude? You swinging at him with a stick? You lucky he didn't take that stick and insert it somewhere all the way. Like a spit. You ever seen a pig get roasted on a spit? That spit has to go in somewhere. Knock the shit out of that little punk. That shit was so funny. Boom! Fucking glasses fly off. And all these other little Antifa pussies come in. Oh, stop, leave him alone. Fuck that dude up. And I hate to sound sexist, but I love to see the Antifa women, the female Antifas, get knocked out too. What do you think you're doing? You don't jump in the fray. You'll get your ass whooped. And if you go up to a man and start punching him and hitting him and throwing shit at him, what do you expect? If you don't want to get hit by him, stay the fuck away from him. Stop bothering him. Shit was so funny. Boom. See ya. They're all upset. They're all mad. I love it. I'm so comfortable down here on the low road. Now, let's see what the exalted one had to say. Let's see what Mike's girl had to say. I mean, guys, that wasn't right. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. Michelle's man. That's what I meant to say. Now, where is it? Where's your tweet at, Barry, you chump? Let's see if it's here. I found it somewhere. He had posted a tweet and he was talking about, oh, how this is so terrible for millions of women. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. President Barack Obama tweeted, today, I'm sorry, guys, I like to be authentic here, so let me read it in his voice. Today, the Supreme Court not only reversed nearly 50 years of precedent, it relegated the most intensely personal decision someone can make to the whims of politicians and ideologues, attacking the essential freedoms of millions of Americans. Did I say that good, Mike? Thank you. Right? Attacking the essential freedom. No, abortion is not an essential freedom. Stop saying that. Stop peddling that lie. Abortion is not a constitutional right. Abortion wasn't a thing when they wrote the Constitution. Would you want an abortion in the 1700s or the 1800s? No. It's not a constitutional right. The Supreme Court proved that today. You know what other jackass had something to say? Here you go, New Yorkers. Hey, yo. Oh, wait, here's what your mayor had to say. Mister, I used to beat the shit out of those crackers. I used to kick those crackers' asses. That's what he said. Imagine if he was a white man and he said, I used to kick those niggers' asses. Well, you know how that would end. Here we go. New York City Mayor Eric Adams tweeted assurances to all New Yorkers. Yorkers. You still have access, safe, legal abortions in New York City. To those seeking abortions around the country. You are welcome here. He said, don't worry, New Yorkers, you can still kill your babies on demand in the Empire State. In New York City. New York City? You can still come here and take them out. And maybe if you do, hey, you come here, have an abortion, we'll give you a ticket to a little Broadway show, maybe go to Peter Luger's, huh? You can make a weekend out of it. You can make a little death weekend. Hop in the car, just pack a few clothes. You know, if you need more clothes, do some shopping when you're in the city. Come here, have a nice dinner, watch a show, kill your baby, leave. It's all good, right? Eric Adams, who is black. No group that small has had more babies killed than black folks. Good job, Eric Adams. You son of a bitch. Ooh, and let's check in with Cynthia Nixon. She's the one who created Sex in the City because we give a fuck about what she thinks. She said, she's connecting. She weighed in connecting the decision to New York City's celebration of Pride this weekend, adding, we're all in this together, guys. Even the gay people who can't have babies, we're in this together. Billionaire Bill Gates said the ruling will hurt poor women the worst. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Bill? Are you implying that the reason poor women have abortions is because they can't afford them? You ever been to the hood? My mom worked for the state adoption agency. She had a lady that who had 8 children in the foster care system. 8. So it's not like, because if that was the case, either you would have a bunch of women in the hood with just one kid because, oh shit, I got to abort the rest because it's just too bad. I don't want to have all these children born into poverty. Or you would have a hood full of women with no kids because they would say, oh shit, this is such a horrible environment. I don't want to have kids here. But that's not the case. You got these hood bitches of all colors. Well, let's be real, not all colors, because there's some racial groups in America that don't do this shit. But you got women of a few colors who got multiple babies with multiple men. So I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's going to hurt poor women the most because statistically the poorest women are black women and they account for 1/3 of the abortions in this country, Bill. So you're fucking wrong. Of course you want abortions on demand because you don't like POCs. And the only thing you hate worse than a POC is an MOC, a mother of color. Because then they're going to raise their little kids and they're going to have more like people of color and that's gross. Oh, and of course, let's check in on the woman who got me kicked off of Twitter, Alyssa Milano. The one who said, believe all women. But when it came to Biden, well, we don't want to throw away a good man. Stupid bitch. So she says, today's Supreme Court ruling, again, guys, I'm sorry. I like to be authentic here. So let me read this like Alyssa Milano would really read it with the dick in her mouth. Today's Supreme Court ruling overturning Roe v. Wade has deadly consequences, with the harm falling hardest on people of color who already face disproportionate discrimination in our country and grapple with severe maternal morality crisis. I'm sorry, guys. It's hard to understand her with a dick in her mouth. Let me read that again. Without a dick in the mouth. Today's Supreme Court ruling overturning hashtag Roe versus Wade will have deadly consequences. Doesn't abortion already have deadly consequences, you fucking simpleton? With the harm falling hardest on their favorite, people of color, who already face disproportionate discrimination in our country and grapple with a severe maternal morality crisis. Well, if you're 5% of the population and you're accounting for 1/3 of the abortions, I don't think there's a severe maternal morality crisis. I don't think morality is an issue for you. But of course, if they want their statements to be protected, they must drape it in victimhood. And one of the drapings of victimhood is color. All right, guys, stop being so rude to the people of color. Poor people of color. Oh, shut up, Mitch McConnell, you bitch. I don't care what you said, you rhino. Isn't that funny? All these people, oh, the people of color and the people of color. How come you don't care about the people of color who are already on this earth that get killed all the time? Alyssa, Mayor Eric Adams, where people are getting gunned down in your city on the daily? That unsafe festering wound on the East Coast known as New York City? That gangrenous blotch on our country known as your city? And it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before they start pulling that people of color bullshit on the West Coast too, with the West Coast offensive. All these people are terrible, and I love to see them angry. I love to see them mad. That means we're winning. If you're mad, we're happy. Because you guys are unpatriotic, American-hating pieces of shit, which is funny because you live here. If this country's so bad and we're just murdering people of color, then why don't you leave? You can't seem to change it. How long you been in politics? You can't change it, so move on. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. It's not working, so leave. I'm sure one of you have a private jet. All of you pile in it. Okay? And put them all, stuff as many as you can so we can get them all out of here in one flight. I mean, stuff them in there. I want you to close the door in that private jet like you close your suitcase when you're closing it when you're on your way back from vacation. It's always like that. When you go on vacation or you go somewhere, your suitcase closes neat, everything's all nice and neat and folded, but on the way back, throw that shit in there and sit on it, zip it up. That's how I want it. Click. Do you hear that door? Click. Get as many of those motherfuckers in there as you can and get them out of here. This is a racist, horrible country where they kill babies because of their color. You can't stay here with this. You can't stay here and let that happen. So since you can't change it, the fuck out of here. Go up to Canada, eh? Oh, you think they're going to accept you in Canada because you come from America? It's so close. Google what it takes to get into Canada and become a Canadian citizen. You ain't ready for it. You got to speak French and all kinds of crazy shit. Half of these dumbasses can't speak English well. So how the hell are you supposed to get into Canada speaking French? Ho, ho, ho. Motherfuckers. I'm glad they're mad. I'm glad. They're mad. We're happy. Keep it up. SCOTUS, they've been busy. They've been busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. My dad used to say that shit all the time. He used to say something else, but I can't say that F word because we're in primary. Happier than a blank with a fistful of dicks is what he used to always say. Hilarious. People, you know what's not funny? Venmo, GreenforGreen, Cash.app, $ Jericho Green 1. Super chats, get them in. I'm gonna read them. And don't forget this wonderful thing we're putting together called a live stream is brought to you by My Pillow, Walmart. Like I've said before, and I mean it, I do not advertise things that I don't try first and I don't like. I have told people before I can't do it. It's too cheap. I don't like it. Whatever. This stuff I like. You're sleeping. I remember seeing a commercial where somebody's laying down and if like your pillow's too firm, then your head is up like this, and then it puts pressure on the spine, and then it's too soft, and it's hard. Maybe it's because I'm over 40. But waking up sore is not cool. And after I got My Pillow, I finally found it. Not too firm, not too soft. The sheets are great. The blankets are great. The slippers are so good that my daughter stole them from my wife. There you go. MyPillow.com/Jericho. And yes, we got some discounts for you. So clickety clack. The link will be in the description box. You take part in all that. Okay? Now, let's get into this comment section and see what you motherfuckers are talking about. Huh? Let's see. All right. Well, looks like everybody enjoyed Alyssa Milano reading her tweet with a dick in her mouth. That was good. I'm just trying to be authentic. You know she has a dick in her mouth right now. You know it. So I'm just trying to keep it real. Kids say keep it real, so I'm just what I'm trying to do. Okay. See what everybody's talking about. A lot of laughy faces. I like that. I like the laughy face. Rebel Angel says Melissa Mono is a disastrous idiot. She is. She's painfully stupid. Like if you talk to her, you're gonna you're like, oh fuck, I need to sit down. My temple hurts because you're talking. Lactanin. Hope I said that right. Feds have no funding and trillions in debt. It's the people's money. You are their boss, not the other way around. And as they would prefer absolute power. Of course they will. That's why November is so key. Jay McGuffey says, Jeepers Creepers. Joe can smell a kid at 50 paces, 100 paces, easy. He's been honing those senses for a long time. Beekeeper says, crap, I peed myself. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Beekeeper. I'm sure you got another pair of pants. As a matter of fact, just to be safe, Beekeeper, when you watch my live, just don't wear pants. And then you don't got to worry about pissing. Eric Schultz says, stop it. I can't. They won't let me. I try to be done with them. They won't let me. Not me, but you, says Jericho with a fake gag. Hey, her gags are not fake, okay? Hellraiser official. I just spit my food up. Sorry about that, man. I didn't want anybody to vomit or piss. Okay, that wasn't my intention. But whatever. Whatever happens in the live happens. You know what I mean? Lucky Cat says, "Fuck you, liberal scums." I'm behind that. Tina Baldwin says it'll be an icy day in hell when I so much as visit New York City. Yeah, like I said, I think it was yesterday. I want to take my daughter there, but I can't. It's too unsafe. I can't do it. I can't knowingly take my daughter into a fucking war zone, a festering wound. Balio, today's Supreme Court ruling shows how stupid people are talking without knowing the facts. Guess so. I guess so. East Coast Temple. Next will be heterosexual Pride Month. Let's do it. I wouldn't even want that month. I don't even want it. I don't need it. Let's give it to some people who really matter. Like they act like because the Supreme Court did this, that coat hanger sales are just going to go through the roof and they're going to have to start putting armed guards at stairs. You know what I mean? Like there's still going to be abortions. I just told you the West Coast offense. There's 3 states. There's a whole coast where you can go there and snuff your baby out. They should have like abortion lands and stuff. Make a theme park out of it, Make it fun. At least make some money from it and give it back to us, you fucking monsters. Sunshine, hold on. Sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. Fun. Jericho, you have a lot of paid trolls on this channel. I don't know what to do about them. I don't give. They can eat a dick. I don't care about them. They suck nuts. And not like shaved, well manicured ones, like hairy fucking 12-hour day, sweaty fucking from under cheese nuts. That's what kind of nuts they suck. Let's see. Tracy Roberts, it's not 1973 anymore. There are plenty of options now, like don't have sex unprotected. Yeah, like take responsibility for your puss. I mean, stop letting everybody come up in it. Like come up in it and then in it. You know what I mean? Stop doing that. But yeah, let's shout out Mr. Trump, shall we? Because he is the reason for the season. He is the reason that we are celebrating this because he gave us 3 or what was it, 5-4? 5-4, 6-3. No, the New York one was 6-3. This one's 5-4. He gave us 3 of the 5 justices that voted against this shit. Shout out to Clarence Thomas, huh? To go from Anita Hill to this, and the way he handled that bullshit, the way he handled that witch hunt back in 91, that was beautiful too. And I looked at the picture of all the Supreme Court justices, and he's the only one looking like this. Clarence Thomas is not there to fuck around. He's there to interpret the Constitution, and that is it. So shout out to him. But Trump knew what was going to happen. He probably knew that they were going to impeach his ass, or they probably knew that they were going to steal the last election, which is another reason why he set us up with these 3 conservative justices, and they saved us. Not only that, remember when the Democrats were talking about raising the number of justices from 9 to 11? So that way, if they got 6 of them, it's Democrat ruling all the way forever or until they die and get replaced. So that was a smart move. Trump was always playing chess, and these fools had their finger up their nose to the second knuckle. But he was thinking ahead when he put those people in there. Remember what especially Kavanaugh and Coney Barrett went through to get in there, calling her a colonizer because she had 1 or 2 kids, Haitian kids or something. She adopted some black kids. Oh, what a colonizer you are. You plucked these 2 children from abject poverty and war. What a bitch, right? No, that was very kind of you. Why don't you stick a mic in those kids' faces and ask them how they feel living with a colonizer that makes the kind of money that she makes and provides the kind of life that she provides. They'll be like, no, I'm cool. I like drinking water. I like working toilets. I don't want flies around my mouth. So I don't think she's a colonizer. Now, if she moved to where they live and started fucking their shit up, yeah, she's a colonizer. But bringing them here, plucking them from almost certain death and bringing them to the land of opportunity and then rising to the level of a Supreme Court justice? Nah, I think those kids are doing just fine. I think those kids have won. And then Kavanaugh, he's the nerdiest of all nerds. If there was a Mount Rushmore of nerds, he would be all 4. Trying to say he was a gang rapist. They were literally saying, what was her name? Blasey Ford. She looks like Garth from Wayne's World. Remember, they were saying that he had developed a reputation. Like he would show up to the party and everybody's like, oh, fuck, the gang rapists are here. And nobody did anything. Nobody called the police. Some other guys didn't come over there and whoop their ass because they were there to rape chicks. Fuck out of here, man. Good job, Trump. You did so good, Trump, last time. We need to have you come back again. Can we get him one more time? Can we get an encore from Trump? Can we get 4 more? Even better, another 4 years of Trump, or does it reset? Does it reset since he's going for a second term, or is it just 2 terms, that's it? Whether it's 1 term now or 10 years later the second, you only get 2. I think that's how it is. But he gets another term, and then he runs with DeSantis, and DeSantis gets 2 more terms after that? 12 years of prosperity and America being number 1? I might pass out, guys. If I pass out, just wait. I'll eventually regain consciousness. And how bad does the country? Well, I saw videos where somebody went out and was talking to only black people. What do you think about? Hey, they were like, shit, we need Trump back. Hey, Trump, Daddy T. One guy called him Daddy T. He said, Trump, come back. We need you, man. Young, old, in between. Trump, come back. My wallet wasn't hurting like this. When I pull my wallet out, it cries. Ouch. Ooh, oh, I'm sorry, wallet. I'm gonna need like another 100. I'm gonna need another 120 out of you to fill up. Poor thing. Damn wallet's on life support. Our wallets have never hurt like this. You heard the My Patriot Supply ads? The worst food crisis since World War II. Look at a picture from World War II. That shit is in black and white. That was a long time ago. We haven't had this kind of shit since then. The worst inflation in 40 years. So when I was a 1-year-old, that was the last time we had inflation anywhere near this bad? For real? Wallets are hurting. That's what people vote with. You're going to put away all that, oh, he was mean, and he sent out mean tweets. We traded mean tweets for mean feats. Oh, but he's so rude to Rosie O'Donnell. Can you believe what he said about Biden? He called him Rocket Man, and he likes to go around grabbing women by their pussies. Yeah, you're about to forget about all that shit. You're looking at that receipt. You're looking at that receipt from the grocery store. You're looking at that receipt from the gas station. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at how much you're paying to get a lot less at the grocery store. You're looking at your 401k shrinking like a dick in cold water. That's what you're seeing. That's what you're concentrating on. Not no fucking climate change. How long they been talking that shit? The rainforest should be gone by now. It should be 200 degrees on Earth and no polar bears. There are certain things that we are focused on with new clarity. That's what people are concerned with. That's how people are going to vote. People are sick of this shit. And you know what? The worst part, or one of the worst parts, we still got another 2.5 years. The other day he said there will be a second pandemic. Not I hope there isn't, or we're doing our damnedest to stop it. He said there's going to be a second pandemic. He said the last outfit didn't prepare for it. That's what people are thinking. That's why November is so important. That's why Trump was so important. Flip-flop it. Put Biden in office back then with the chance to nominate some Supreme Court justices. Who do you think he would have put in there? Wouldn't have been these three. That's for damn sure. We'd be even in worse shape. Thanks, Trump. If I ever meet him, that's what I'm going to tell him. Thanks, man. Good looking out. Get your ass back in there. Or at least, if he don't get elected next time, at least have the person who did get elected put an earpiece in and let Trump, you know, the movies like where, I'm too afraid to talk to her. Here, put this in your ear. I'll tell you what to say. At least maybe we can do that and have like, you know, he can live vicariously through the next president. But another, man, you know this fool ain't running again. Biden, another 4 years? Come on, man. If you think this fool can't talk now, he'll be like Stephen Hawking. He'll be typing his shit. We'll hear that computer voice. Crazy. Speaking of Biden and his failing faculties. Ice cold water. As the temperature reads 98 degrees. We're looking at 105 today where I live. Not happy at all. Okay, so let me go to my Instagram page at JG Talk because I put a picture up there. I like pictures. I like visuals. So you can really see what I'm saying. And also today at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'll be on a live on Instagram with Interview, INNERVIEW, 3:30 PST. Also talking about this shit and celebrating it, being happy as shit that it happened. But here are Biden's cue cards. Now these aren't just any cue cards. Look at this shit. You see on there? You see how it says the word you, right? Let me tell you what this shit says. It says, you enter the Roosevelt room and say hello to the participants. And this you, these are all in capitals. So he knows, oh, you're talking to me. Hey, this isn't the mall. Celebrate good times. Come on. You enter the Roosevelt room and say hello to the participants. You and this is the best one. You take your seat. So he's just going to stand there until somebody says, hey, Joe, sit your ass down. Hey, Joe, pretend you're on a bike. You take your seat. So number one, don't just sit there standing. And when you do sit, don't sit in someone else's seat, Joe. Sit in your seat. He'd probably sit in it if somebody was already in it. This is where I'm supposed to be. Oh, man. Press enters. In case you wonder, hey, who's that group of people coming in here? That's the press, Joe. Chill. You give brief comments. 2 minutes. Anything after that, your mind starts running. You talk about Scranton and corn pop. 2 minutes. It says 2 minutes. No more, you idiot. says press departs. Where are they going? Do I smell? No, they're supposed to leave, Joe. Press departs. You asked Liz Schuler, president of AFL-CIO, and they wrote that AFL-CIO big. Where are his cue cards sponsored by Jitterbug? Remember them cell phone for old people who they can't see the numbers and if one number is this big? You ask Liz Schuler, president of AFL-CIO, a question. Just one. Note, Liz is joining virtually. No! So they don't want him to go looking over there for an actual Liz Schuler. She's going to be on the TV screen, Joe. Holy shit. You thank participants. And then the piece de resistance, you depart. No, they got to tell him when to come in, who to talk to, for how. Oh, hold on. Wait. I missed a part. They got to tell him which room to come into, when to sit, who to talk to, how long you talk to them, who's going to be leaving, who's going to be coming in, who is really here, and who is just on the TV. And then they leave, and then you leave, so he doesn't sit there all night long till all the lights go out. Grandpa in Chief, 81 million. 81, the most popular president ever. 81 million. You saw that shit? They said you in all capitals. You. You get up. You sit down. You leave. Oh, shit. We are in fucking trouble. I bet you, because he was sitting down there talking about how disappointed he is in the Supreme Court justice's decision, but when he was sitting there talking, then he brings that card up in his hands while he's talking. And I know when his handlers saw that card come up, they were like, oh, fuck. Damn it. You weren't supposed to pick the card up. You were supposed to keep it on the table, man. And you might be thinking, well, why don't they do that? Why don't they do what you were talking about, Jericho, and put an earpiece in and tell him what to say? Because he'll think that someone's really talking. Hey, where's that voice? Don't tell me what to do. I can't even see you. They couldn't. It would confuse him. Oh, man. Oh, guys, come on. Come on. You saw it. You, Joe. And she's on virtually, so don't look across the room for her, Joe. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh. I mean, we've heard him talk. We've seen him fall up and down. But to see that, we've seen the binder where it talks about what questions to ask or what questions to answer and who to take questions from. But that shit, you, oh my God. We are in trouble. Oh my goodness. What are you guys talking about? Comment section. Let's see. East Coast Temple, yeah. Laugh. What can you do to keep from crying? No. Ponce. Walking zombie in the White House. Yeah, barely walking. Barely. Janie Cavender says, anyone with a functioning brain knows that President Trump won by a landslide. Victory, #Trump won, #Biden cheated. If you don't believe that, people, the cue card should let you know he ain't supposed to be there. The thing, Jason Wynn says, the thing, come on, man. You know, the thing, that the paper, the founding guys. Woo! Tutu Fox says Trump got more votes than Obozo. But, according to him, he's the greatest, coolest president ever. Brian Chu says, piece of shit, Jay Inslee it is. You know what? He strikes again. Chu, that was my Spanish teacher two's last name, Senora Chu. Nice lady. Barry Wood said he has been in politics for over 50 years and he has flip-flopped into a huge Fiance turtle. I don't know what that is, but I know it's not a compliment. Aaron M, the dollar is backed by fentanyl. Maybe that's why they're letting it come in here by the fucking ton. Maybe. Bam, J. Cola, that's right. Trouble. Bam Bam Bigelow. Joe, you do not yell this time. They got to do that or he will. Luciano, you're right. Putin is laughing his ass off. And you know who he's laughing with? You know whose shoulder he's leaning on going, oh my God, oh my God. China. Hey, you guys come in here, look at cuecards. This guy's stupid. Yeah, you got it. Hellraiser official. 2 more years of this. That's right. 2.5. Don't forget that 6 months. 2.5. Robert Larson. This is all terribly sad for us regular goons. Yeah, it is. Us tax-paying goons. Brian Griffin, buy gold, silver, copper, and lead. I agree. John Staub. Love it, Jericho. LOL. Here's your sign. That's right. Here's your sign. What a fucking ding dong. Dragon Snake 111, 81 million with a 37% approval rating. Yeah, sure. That's what they tell us. That's what they tell us, man. Some of the lowest ratings, the lowest poll numbers for a president ever. But 81 million. Right. Brian Shoemaker, too easy, and he's talking to Corn Pop. He is. He probably hears Corn Pop in his fucking head, man. That's why they can't put an earpiece in him, because they think he's talking to Corn Pop and everybody else. Game Hinge Patriot, 81 million to Biden, 74 million to Trump. He goes 155 million, but only 133 registered voters. Makes sense. Laughing dog, the entire world is laughing at us. You damn right. But you know, part of the world is laughing and the other part is crying. Europe is crying. All the other countries that we support, we prop up their economy and their military, they're crying. They are not laughing. The Gray, I don't see anyone stopping the obvious destruction of our country, and that makes the alphabets and the military guilty of treason. We had a guy in there who was trying to stop it. They ran him off. They ran him out of here. Hold on a second. We good? No bears in the cave? All right. None of your body snacks up there? I can't remember who said that. Shit was funny. Brian Griffin, wait till harvest season with nothing to harvest. Yeah, or it's so damn expensive we can't afford it. Joel Davis Media Network, what's up, man? He says, this is elder abuse. It is. You wouldn't do this to any other old person. You wouldn't constantly trot them out there in front of camera, the lights and the cameras, and do that to them. You wouldn't make them give speeches. You take them inside where it's nice and temperature controlled and listen to their stories about the old days and walking to school in the snow uphill both ways. You know, that kind of shit. You would never do this. Nobody would condone this kind of treatment for an old person. But for some reason, we allow it for this fucker. This fucking cue card reading son of a bitch. You sit down, Joe. You stand up. You talk for 2 minutes. You wait for them to leave. Then you leave. Oh, shit. All right. Let's do it, guys. Let's get in these damn super duper chats. Shall we? Shall we? Them cue cards. That shit did it for me. I was like, what? Cue cards? And not just cue cards. Cue cards with such specific instructions in bold print, like he's going to get confused with somebody else, which he probably will, which is why they have to write him like that. Oh my God. Oh, I've never seen no shit like that before in my life. What did he say in Cheech and Chong? What did Chong or Cheech say? I never had no shit like this before in my life. You. Oh my goodness. We are fucked, man. And they ain't even gonna put no KY on it. They won't even spit on it first. That's the messed up part. You ever seen cue cards like that? Has there ever been a president that needed cue cards like that? Ever. I can't stand Bush. I can't stand Clinton. I can't stand Obama. Carter, Ford, can't stand them. But even they didn't need no damn cue cards like that. Like my mom would say. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Oh, fuck. He had them fucking, man, them things were precise, specific. Delight, thank you for the $5. Captain Cook, I'd like to nominate Justin Thomas for a Mount Rushmore addendum. Or Justice Thomas, excuse me. Yeah, we can since you can't add on to the mount, maybe we can ding, ding, ding in between some of them that are already there and get him in there, or maybe get him below and then put an arrow going up to where he should be, because that man is handling business. He is handling business. I told you the way he looks in his photo. Clarence Thomas is there to handle business, nothing else. And apparently he seems to be a really nice guy. He talks to all the people in the building, knows their names and shit. He's a really amicable man. But when it comes to this gavel, this judge shit, he don't play. You can see it. Picture's worth 1,000 words. Low Rung Maslow, thank you very much. Says, I've got only one thing to say about that. Hold on. Bunch of Biden gibberish. That's probably a direct quote from Biden. Remember that one time he just like ran a bunch of letters together in his head? Poor thing. Captain's log. The captain's log. Hola, Senor Jericho Verde. God bless from New York. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. The captain's log. That's a punchline in one of my favorite jokes. What did Dr. Spock find in the captain's bathroom? Captain's log. Never gets old. Never. I'll tell it till I die. Shit is so funny. All right, more supers. Let's go. I saw one. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, there it is. There it went. Alien Testosterone. Thanks for the $5. Oh, it's funny. My goodness. I can't wait. I'm gonna go look on. I don't have Twitter, but I'm gonna look on there and see some of the tweets from the blue check marks, because this is just the day that it happened. We're gonna hear from all those bitch ass late night talk show hosts, and we're gonna hear them cackling old ass dusty womb bitches on The View. We're gonna hear from them, and you know they're gonna say some stupid shit. I can't wait. William Hestelow, thank you. The Dems have both the Congress and the White House. If they actually cared about Roe v. Wade, it would already be codified. They just want a wedge to divide. Exactly. And they're probably going to get it, because, you know, them people are about to act a fucking fool. You see all the security and shit they got at the Capitol building and the Supreme Court building? I'm talking fucking law enforcement looking like troops marching in lines, 2 columns, ready for them people to act fucking stupid. And they foster this environment by saying, oh no, it's totally cool that they go and protest at the justice's house. What do you think they're going to do at the justice's house now? Peppermint Patty. Never mind. Luciano, thank you. Biden going after Juul e-cigarettes, yet crack pipes are okay. Left-wing logic. Makes no sense. That's right. They spent $33 million on federal crack pipes, federal glass dicks for these fiends to suck on, but not e-cigarettes for adults. No. I think you got those mixed up. Aren't you supposed to get rid of the crack paraphernalia and then allow adults to make up their own mind about tobacco, but we sell alcohol like a motherfucker. Whatever, man. These people are stupid. Stupider. Man, y'all stupider than hell. You ain't wrapped too tight. You know what my dad used to say? If your brains were dynamite, they wouldn't have enough to blow their nose. Oh, that's not very many brains if you can't blow your nose. LDS German Shepherd Boy. Thank you for the twomp. Maybe we should send all these pro Roe v. Wade and communists to the PRC. Yeah. And North Korea to see how well they treat them. Go for it. Yeah, you guys. That's the thing. You guys want to bitch and complain and like say horrible shit about this country, then go try it somewhere else. Go ahead. All these countries where you go and rub your little toes in the white sand and they toss gay people off of buildings, go over there and talk this shit. Go over there and get your little signs together. Hell no, we won't go. Whatever, go over there and do that shit. Watch I come out there and beat the shit out of you. I want a phone call. Sorry, we don't do phone calls here, my friend. We don't have phone. Mallory Faust, thank you, young lady. Hopefully this will cause Prague stains to leave red states. I hope so. I sure hope so. I think we're going to get some more red states, or at least some purple, some deep shades of purple. That would be nice. Lord German Husbando. It's my son. Thank you very much. It says, Jericho, what's your t-shirt say about Newsom? Oh, it just says his name and the like little devil horns. That's some of the new merch I'm going to have on my new website. It's launching soon. I got this one. I got some fuck the government ones. It's real good. I got some for fatherhood. All kinds of shit. This one, I got the samples in the mail yesterday, so I was like, oh, I want to wear that shit. But yeah, a lot of good shit coming out. Hats, everything. Launching real soon. Stay tuned. Thanks for asking. Got a few more. Whoop. Whoop. Ness B, thank you very much. It says your car looks like a little different. Yeah, a little different. Expanded a little bit in the cab. Thanks for noticing. I still do them from time to time. I did a couple of them yesterday for on my website. But occasionally I do. Get back to my roots. Back to my roots. You must be with me for a long time, man, if you notice that. Thank you. Game Hinge Patriot, thank you. Oh, yeah, I read yours. But thank you again. Just the same. Just the same. Joe Davis, my man, thank you very much. No more hot girl summer. Again, marry before you carry. Let's do a show tonight for victory purposes, bro. Please continue to support my brother Jericho and myself, for sure. Joe's a good dude, family man. Down there in Georgia, well, they still got some of that, what do you call it? We don't have a lot of it here in California, so it's hard for me to remember. Oh, yeah, freedom. Got a lot of freedom down there in GA. Hit me up, man. You know the deal. You know the deal, pickle. I told that to my son the other day. He goes, Daddy, I'm not a pickle. I'm like, that's not the son. It's a saying. It's a saying. Hold on. Okay, Captain Cook. Thank you again. Says we need a Justice Thomas bobblehead for our vehicle antennas. Get on it, Mr. Green. Hey, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea. Why not? He's a person of color. Don't they like to celebrate people of color? Like, why wouldn't they do that already? Decker313, thank you very much for the $5. Daryl Alexander, thank you, sir. Says, how come the character of Norma McCovey's never mentioned? 2 kids adopted out, tried to kill the third. That's what Roe v. Wade was all about. Yeah, and they approached that woman. It's not like she was looking, oh, I can't get abortion. Someone help me. They approached her and talked her into doing that. 2 female lawyers who brought the case. Yeah, why aren't they talking about that shit? Talk to her. She's like, I think she's like a Christian now and doesn't believe in abortion and all this shit. She might be a good person to hear from. Mandy J, thank you for the twomp. Keep spitting facts, my friend. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for being here so I can do what I do. It's a group effort. I appreciate that. Quickster22, thank you very much. Clarence Thomas should be cloned and have his 8 clones replace the other justices. Shout out from Idaho, formerly New Hampshire. What's up? Hey, I appreciate that, Quickster22. That's right. I'm down for that. I mean, I don't know how far along the cloning technology is. I know in some countries, like, it's pretty far advanced for like sex dolls and shit, but like cloning him, I'd be down for that, as long as they don't like malfunction and shit down the road. But that'd be great. Man, could you imagine 9 fucking Clarence Thomases? Man, they'd be spitting out rulings left and right, the right way. And it's not just because they voted or decided, in the conservatives' favor, but as long as they do what's right, that's what matters. Just do the right thing. We can deal with that, whether we agree with it or not. If it's right, gotta respect that shit. Gotta respect it. But they can't be out here backing all this weird shit. And Clarence Thomas also was saying that, basically this could affect other decisions. This could affect rulings on other things. It's not over. So good to hear. Laughing Dog, thank you very much. He says, when you really think about it, mashed potato brains Biden is a perfect mascot for the left. Way out in left field with a glove on at a football game. Yeah, man. And he's probably facing the stands. He's not even facing infield. He may or may not have pants on. He's all fucked up. But you put him at the head of the table. Like I said, if he was, activities coordinator at a nursing home, hey, he's doing great. But that's not what he's doing. He's our activities director, and he's doing a fucking horrible job. Horrible. Oh, I see another one. There it is. Voorhees. Jason? Thank you very much. Keep your eyes open and be vigilant for any possible Ho versus Wade riots. You know it's coming. They sanction riots when it's for their benefit. Pallets of bricks. Oh, they're just peacefully protesting. They're allowed to get out there and grieve, work out their grievances. So, yeah, for sure. Tommy from Texas, thank you very much. It says, since it's Pride Month, I'm proud of my 23-year-old boy getting promotion for working hard. Hey, shout out to your son. That's how it goes. That's what this great country is built on. You work for it, you will get it. You work hard, you will get the accolades and the promotions and the certificates and all that good stuff. More money. Work hard. Good for him. And I'm glad that he has that sense of work ethic at such a young age. That's great. Good for your boy. You might have something to do with that. You might have been a good dad. Look how that works out. Good parents, good kids. Sounds right to me. Got one more. Here we go. Adventures are out there. The 777. Thank you. God bless you, Jericho. We love watching you. You keep us laughing. You're doing great work. Keep it up. I promise, as long as you're here to watch it, I'll be saying it. They make it easy. They make it easy for me. Sometimes when the news gods give you a nice underhand pitch over the plate, sometimes you got to smack that bitch over the fence. All right, guys. Thank you for the supers. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your donations. We did great, guys. You were great. I was great. Venmo, Green4Green, Cash.app, $Jericho Green 1. Super chats, I appreciate you. P.O. Box 806, Olivehurst, California, 95961-9998. Be here mañana. Oh, and also, like I said, later on, 3:30 West Coast time, I will be on Instagram on IG Live with Interview. So please be there and check it out. Everybody here in the chats thanking me for the live. I thank you for being here. Sometimes the lives just flow, man. Sometimes it's just a good one, and we did good. LDS German Shepherd Boy, thank you with that last minute super chat. So it's funny how all these liberals now know what a woman is. Wait, yeah, because wasn't there a Supreme Court justice, the last one? What's her name? Jumanji Brown. He asked her, what's a woman? She says, I'm not a biologist. Well, now it's fucking clear. Now all of a sudden they know that's how stupid they are. You have to treat them like the children they are. You can't take this shit seriously, all the things that they say. They're so fucking dumb. But thank you, everyone. Thank you. again, for the donations, LDS, German Shepherd Boy, thank you. Everybody else, I appreciate it. We'll be here the same damn time mañana. Say it with me, guys. You know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.